Comparative debating simply comes down to comparing two different things and showing which is better. For example, that books are better than movies. There are three simple things that you need to do to make sure that you tackle the most important points within a debate and stay on track.
Hi, my name's Isabel and this is Anna. Today we're going to be telling you the best way to tackle a comparative debate. The first thing to do in a comparative debate is to figure out what the comparison is. You do this by figuring out what the burden is. For the affirmative team, if we use the topic that books are better than movies, they are agreeing with the topic, so their burden is to prove that books are better than movies. For the negative team who disagree with the topic, it's their burden to prove that movies are better than books.
Once you've established what your team's burden is, you need to take a look at the topic's fuzzy phrase. Now, every comparative debate topic is going to have a fuzzy compare word that has no clear meaning, such as better, worse, or more important than. Here, you need to give this word a variety of different applications and a variety of specific meanings called criteria. And this criteria is going to help you significantly when brainstorming your points.
To understand this better, let's use the example that books are better than movies. Here, the fuzzy word is better. The word better has no clear meaning, so there's lots of things that could make books better than movies. This is where we need to put our thinking caps on and think about what things do make books better than movies, and this becomes our criteria. For example, books might be more educational, or they might have more detail, or they might just be more entertaining.
Notice how these pieces of criteria could also be true for your opposition. For example, movies could be considered more entertaining than books. So sometimes you'll find that both sides share the same criteria. And that is why it is your job to prove through your points and your explanations why your side of the story is more true than your opposition's. And that is what a comparative debate is all about.
Sometimes teams can have different criteria for what makes something better. For example, the affirmative team might say that books are better because they spark the imagination and they're educational, while the negative team might say that movies are better because they're entertaining and can be enjoyed as a group. If both teams have different sets of criteria, you can tackle this in one of two ways. The first way is to prove that your team meets the other team's criteria as well. So for example, saying that books are also interesting. The second way is to say that the other team's criteria is not as important as yours. So even though movies can be enjoyed as a group, this isn't as important as books being entertaining.
We hope you now have a better understanding of how to tackle a comparative debate by picking out the fuzzy phrase and coming up with criteria.
For more information on how to make your argument strong, feel free to check out our other videos on conquering debating, and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time!